Howdy, my name is Lisa Whittlesey and I am here today at the beautiful Texas A&M Leach Teaching Gardens. I work for Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service and the Junior Master Gardener Program. And you may be going, Lisa, what is that behind you? That is the new pumpkin wall that we have put in here at the gardens. Isn't it amazing? You know, when we think about October, we think about things like pumpkins and Halloween and of course in Aggieland football, right? So today we're going to think of a fun kids activity that you can do to get your kids outside and looking and observing what's going on in the garden. So today we're going to make a nature mask. And to get started, the first thing you're going to need to do is go on a little bit of a nature hike with your young person. So I want to show you a few things that I collected today when I was out in my garden and around the neighborhood. This is a beautiful oak leaf. This is actually from a bur oak. Is that amazing or what? Look how huge it is. And this was the acorn that came with it. Unbelievable, right? But there's a lot of other interesting leaves, and we may not have a whole lot of fall color yet, but we do have a lot of interesting leaf shapes. This is a sweet gum tree, and there were a few of the leaves that were starting to give just a hint of fall color. And of course, even our crepe myrtles, which is a popular ornamental tree here in Bryan College Station, some of them are starting to show a little bit of color that we could find. But what other things might you find in the landscape? You might find heart-shaped leaves, but you also might find some interesting seed heads, okay? So these were flower heads that have dropped, and look how interesting that is. How about the crepe myrtle seed heads, okay? So that is real interesting. It might be a fun thing that we could incorporate in our nature mask. I got this one because I thought some of you aren't going to know what this is. Looks really bright and orange, almost like the pumpkins. This is actually off a rose plant, and they're called rose hips. They're beautiful. They're really prevalent on a lot of our old varieties of roses, and so you may even have some roses in your landscape where you will see these. A lot of our grasses on the side of the road, you'll see grasses starting to seed out. So it all reminds us of fall and the things that we see in nature. Many times we're going to find interesting seeds. You might be planting a fall garden and you might have all sorts of different kinds of seeds, even seeds you might even have out for birds. Or if you live in an area that has pine cones, these are some that I collected actually this summer when I was on vacation, but I thought they were interesting, so I kept them. So today I'm going to show you what you can do with all the things that you collect. And we're going to make a mask. Okay, so I cut out some forms, and this was just on a heavy cardstock, or you could use poster board. And you can either use a twig like I did, or you could use a small dowel. And this is where, as an adult, you probably need to help your young person, because to attach your stick, you're definitely going to want to use a glue gun so that it stays in place. So you can just put your dab of glue and then either put your stick down into the glue or your dowel rod, depending on what you decide to utilize. Either one would work great. Okay, and that's going to be the framework for our mask. Now it's time to adorn your mask. So for kids, any kind of Elmer's glue, you might want to use some kind of a glue that says glue all, that's not water soluble, that will hold a little bit better. And let them have fun in decorating their mask. So they can actually put a dab of glue down and then start attaching their leaves to it. And let them be creative and think about what all leaves that they might want to put on their mask. They may decide they want to put some seeds or some of the seed heads on their mask. I think that might be kind of fun for this one, is if we put that seed head in the middle, like right there. Wouldn't that be cute? So let the kids have a good time with it. They'll enjoy being able to be creative and make these. And this is an idea of what the finished product could look like, right? How cool is that? And not only is it a great Halloween mask, but it's using natural materials that you would have in your yard and in your neighborhood. And it's a great way to recall all the adventures and things that you saw when you were exploring. Okay, so So get out and make your nature mask, have your kids be a part of it, and bring your nature mask and take a picture at the pumpkin wall. It's a fun place to go and take selfies to get you in the mood for Halloween and for fall. We hope you've had fun and that you'll use this beautiful weather as a time to get out with your family and children, and hope that you enjoy doing this little simple activity with kids that you have in your house. This is Lisa Whittlesey for Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service, and we'll see you next time.